Welcome back to the Sin and Life podcast. Today we are talking about something that every single person has. Something rich people have, something poor people have, something successful people have, something unsuccessful people have, something you have right now. And that is time. The most valuable thing you'll ever own is not money, it is not status, not your possessions, it is not followers, nor influence, it is time. Because every other resource can be replaced. Time cannot be. Once it is gone forever. You do not earn it back. You don't get a refund. You don't get another opportunity to spend that exact day again. And that's why this conversation matters, because most people do not realize how valuable time is until they've already wasted a large portion of it. Let's start here. Most people treat time like it's unlimited, not intentionally, but behaviorally. They act as if there's always more of it, more time next week, next month, or next year, more time later. But later is not always guaranteed. And that's one of the hardest truths to accept. The first truth is every day you are spending your life, think about that. Not your time, your life. Because time and life are the same thing. When an hour passes, you did not just lose an hour, you used 1 hour of your life. And once you start seeing it that way, your perspective changes because suddenly time becomes much more valuable. Second, most people do not notice time passing. This is what makes it dangerous. You notice losing money, your possessions, opportunities, but the time disappears quietly. One day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 month. 1 month becomes 1 year. And before you know it, years have passed without you intentionally deciding where they went. The third one, the biggest thief of time, is not laziness. It's unconscious living. It's operating on autopilot, doing the same things, following the same routines, repeating the same patterns without ever stopping to ask yourself, is this actually how I want to spend my life? Because a lot of people are not living intentionally, they are simply just existing. And there's a difference. Fourth, you can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. People spend years chasing money while wasting time, but money cannot be recovered. Lost opportunities can sometimes return, but time never does. That's why learning to value your time is one of the most important mindset shifts you can make. Fifth, most people overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can do in 5 years. This is why patience matters. People want immediate results, immediate success, immediate transformation, but meaningful change compounds over time. And if you are willing to use your time wisely, the results eventually become extraordinary. Now, let's go deeper, because this is not just about productivity, it's about life itself. Sixth, the way you spend your days becomes the way you spend your life. Think about your average day, not your perfect day, just your normal day, because your future is being built through your average days. The habits, routines, the decisions, the conversations, and the distractions. That's what creates your life, not occasional moments of motivation. Seventh, time exposes priorities. People often say they don't have time, but usually what they mean is something else has become more important because we make time for what matters to us. The reality is that your calendar often tells the truth faster than your words do. Your actions reveal your priorities, not your intentions. Eighth, wasted time compounds, just like good habits compound. One wasted day doesn't seem significant, neither does one wasted week. But over the years, the difference becomes enormous. Small daily decisions eventually become completely different lives. That's the power of compounding, both positive and negative. Ninth, most regrets are connected to time. The opportunities that you did not take, the conversations that you avoided, the goals that you delayed, the risks you never took, the version of yourself you never became. When people look back on life, they rarely wish they had spent more time scrolling, procrastinating, or avoiding growth. They wish they had used their time better. 10th, you do not realize the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. That's one of the strange things about life. Many moments feel ordinary while you are living them, but years later you will realize how meaningful they actually were. And that is why presence matters. Because life is happening now. Not someday, not eventually, now. Now, here is another truth. A lot of people are waiting to start living. They're waiting until they have more money, more confidence, more certainty, more success, freedom. And while they are waiting, life keeps moving. The clock does not stop, the time keeps passing, whether you're using it intentionally or not. Another thing, being busy is not the same as using your time well. This connects to a previous episode we talked about. A lot of people fill their days with activity, but activity is not always progress. You can stay busy for years and still avoid things that matter most. That is why intentionality matters, because the time spent isn't automatically time invested. And honestly, one of the saddest realities is watching people postpone their lives. They postpone their goals, their dreams, their growth, their happiness. They convince themselves they'll start later, but later eventually becomes never. And that's how years disappear. Not through one big mistake, but through endless postponement. Let's let's talk about mortality for a moment, because most people avoid thinking about it, but it does matter. Every person listening to this podcast has a limited amount of time. Nobody knows exactly how much, and that's what makes time valuable. If life lasted forever, time wouldn't matter nearly as much. It's valuable because it is limited. It's valuable because it's finite. It's valuable because one day it will run out. 11th, awareness creates urgency, not panic. Urgency. There's a difference. Panic is emotional. Urgency is intentional. Urgency helps you stop wasting time. It helps you focus on what matters. It helps you make better decisions because you understand that time is not guaranteed. 12. Your future self is being created right now. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. The person you'll become is being shaped by today's actions, today's habits, standards, and decisions. That's why every day matters. Not because one day changes everything, but because thousands of days eventually do. 13th, you should spend time like an investor. Investors think long term. They understand compounding, they understand value, and that's how you should think about your time. Ask yourself, is this activity creating value in my life? Is it helping me grow? Is it bringing meaning? Or is it simply helping me avoid discomfort? Those questions matter. 14th, the people you spend time with affect how your time gets spent. This connects directly to our previous episode. If you are surrounded by people who waste time, you naturally waste more of it. If you are surrounded by people who value growth, you'll naturally become more intentional. Influence matters because your environment affects your behavior. 15th, there will never be a perfect time. A lot of people are waiting for ideal conditions, the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect mindset, but life rarely works that way. Most meaningful progress starts before you feel ready, and waiting for perfect conditions often becomes another form of procrastination. Here's the reality: the most valuable thing you will ever own is time. Not because it is rare, but because it is irreplaceable. Every day you are spending it. The only question is whether you're spending it intentionally. Because one day you will look back on the years you are living right now. And the goal is to be proud of how you used them, not regret how you wasted them. Ask yourself this: if your current habits continued for the next 5 years, would you like where they lead? If your current priorities stayed the same, would you be proud of that outcome? If not, do not wait. Do not postpone. Do not assume there is always more time, because time is one thing you can never earn back. Protect it, use it wisely, invest it intentionally, because your life is being built one day at a time, and every day matters. I'll catch you in the next episode.